Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about my system. So you guys have watched me kind of try to simplify my system and condense it into a smaller size this month, which is a B6 Slim. And this is a half-year Stalogy. So we won't get so distracted with the cover. Let's take it off. So this is basically how it looks. I did cut a little bit off like the side right here so I could fit it a little bit more comfortably in this cover that I had made. That doesn't bother me. So this right here is just paper, so I could pull it up if I want. Same thing with this. I could just kind of take it off of the thing, and then I could change out the color scheme if I want. So I've always kind of remade that like a removable dashboard kind of thing in a lot of my books, especially like my commonplace books. So I'm going to do a flip of the week, and then I'm going to talk about my companion, which are my rings. So, you know, I've got long-term items here. I've got like a routine for morning, afternoon, evening. I am doing pretty well in the morning, except for getting dressed. Like, my goal is to truly get dressed in the morning, like for the day. And it has not happened. So I've got the self-care routine here, like get presentable, drink your water, do some yoga or exercise, your vitamins, your meds, your Bible study. That's kind of like a thing for myself. I put this prayer in here. It was in a standard size commonplace book that I had, and I just kind of cut it down. If you are unaware, the standard size, let me see if I could grab, I don't think I have any with me, but the standard size TN is the same width of the B6 Slim. It's just not the same height. So that's why this one works really well for me still. So my goals were exercise on the treadmill in the AM and check into your summer classes for real estate. Has that happened? No. So I need to break down my goals. I really need to get serious about my goal planning, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's like whatever. So here's last week's tracking and spending and sleep, and worked great. My morning pages, I decided to do like a high and low. My high was planning and setting them up. My low was the tornado warning we had. And then my eating, yeah, I'm just writing down good, bad, ugly. I ate tamales, I had licorice, I had like this, where is it at? Then I'll eat like chicken Florentine, and then I'll do turkey and eggs and bacon, and then I'll come over here and eat ice cream. And my eating is so bad right now, it's just not, it's pretty embarrassing. So right here is my brain dump. This used to be in a different section. So it used to be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it was a week on 4 pages, but I didn't need that. So I condensed it, and I'm finding that I'm getting a whole lot more done with a smaller section. Then here's my week, then my days. So I was tipping in stuff for the week. I had extra stuff on my mind, so I like the idea that if I need to, I can. Sundays are always a day on 2 page to kind of like end the week and load it all there. But this week, I'm not sure. I don't think I need to tip in anything, so we'll see. So here's this week. We are on Monday, January 30th. So my system is it's kind of like flows with my day. I get up in the morning and I track my sleep. If I'm filming, I definitely will do that, which I can do that here. Normally I'll do homeschooling and we'll do baths and stuff like that. My spending is new for like the past few weeks or so. No, probably about the past month or so. So I've kind of put my most favorite areas where I'm going to probably try to go on a hunt. In part of minimalizing a whole lot of things, I am trying to truly minimize my spending. So yeah, Victories: did you do the laundry? Did you shower? Did you do the dishes? And did you exercise? They could be probably more in depth, but honestly, I'm tracking the bare minimum as a victory for myself. Defeats: sad, mad, anxious, meh, depressed, no any energy or fear. I will probably like fill this in towards the afternoon more so before I have, so I can let the day develop. Then morning pages, and then I have a place for the highlight and the low of the week. And then obviously brain dump, food log, brain dump. I had one piece of turkey bacon with it. Well, I eat the breakfast in intervals. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll do this Atkins bar with decaf. And then when I make my daughter breakfast, she likes turkey bacon. I'll usually make myself a 1 or 2 pieces for like protein. Or sometimes if I'm really hungry, I'll do egg. So anyhow, my system is used heavily so I could keep track of my events. I could keep track of my mood, my day, my task, my to-do list, my vitamins if I'm taking them. Obviously appointments. I've got social media right here. And to clean, mails to buy. It helps me manage my home and it helps me manage my anxiety. And I am one of those ones where I'm a writer. I will write everything and anything that comes into my brain. So when this gets full, which it will, because I could easily write a few things here and I'm wanting to write more and I'm wanting to write more. I'll get them done. I'll make sure that I get them done, but I like to have writing where there's a special place for it. And so let me not use orange because orange is my husband, but like the meds I took, next I want to do the dishes, fold the clothes, do some homeschool and then a homeschool with an activity. I want to visit the craft place we've just made breakfast. So around this time I want to get dressed. So this day on a page just kind of flows with my day, but it's actually what happened. There's no pre-planning here. I go here for my day and write a small to-do list in the morning. I'll probably write a small to-do list in the afternoon, evening, but I write down what is happening here. So like I know my son, I pick him up around this time and then I'm starting dinner and then I write what dinner is. So basically what I'm trying to say is there's going to be more items for me. In the past and in my other standards that I was doing a full year, I would have day on 2 pages. So I would have it there and then I would have it in a brain dump and then, so it worked fine for 3 years. I did it like that, but I wanted to do more of a condensed area. I'll use my inbox area here to just put stuff down. Like before I got on this video, I was like, okay, I had the opportunity to buy my collagen yesterday. I totally didn't. But my face pads, I need to look on Amazon to see the ones they are. I think they're Noxzema. No, they're Neutrogena. I forget. It's something with an N. So this here these monthly books have been so integral, I said integral. They have been so important to having all of my stuff, and planning and all that from a monthly perspective for years now. And I just don't see myself ever kind of taking them away. But what you guys have seen is me condense it, which is great. So again, this is February. Well, it has 1 week of, January or 2, maybe 2 weeks of January, but it's February, March. What I'm trying to do is get more months in here. So now that's new. You guys know I've done my books, the 365 Stalogies per month. So far so good. I'm on week 2 of this and we shall see. So let's talk about rings. My favorite sizes as of late are personal wide, pocket, and personal. Okay, so I'm not using all these. I brought them out to show you what I ended up going with. So you guys seen the setup of this one. It is a personal wide. Same thing here. I put, you know, areas where I can have an inbox and, you know, just places where I can have my favorite inserts. I can have throwaway notes, like these are just going to be thrown away. And then I can do lists, so I can write out things that are on my brain. And then I can go ahead and do my monthly planning, which it's redundant because I have a monthly planner in the standard size, which I totally forgot to bring. Hold on. Let's see. It is the one that I created because I was in a standard size other than a B6 Slim. So this one has everything in it. I have important dates. I have holidays. I have, on this side, I track like sex, period, scheduled events for my kids, and then all of the monthly events for my family. Everything goes on here, and this is homeschool. So this is like big time to this, but they're just not in the same size. So here you go. You could see that the standard and the B6 Slim is the same width size. I've just cut off essentially a little bit. So this is kind of redundant, but I still in rings like to use monthly, daily, weekly list inbox. I'll throw faith, I'll throw like just different subsections because it won't be over here. And why do I do that? So I can have an excuse to be in a different companion, to be honest. So one thing that I have been doing, because I've been trying to figure out, do you want to stay in a personal wide as a companion, like for the month? What's working out really good? Personal wide is working out really good, but it was these inserts that made me feel like you have too much space. And so I felt the need to like fill up the page. I am a no white space person. Like I won't usually, I will put like stickers, I will put things everywhere, and that was getting me too cluttered, too like, whoa, what is happening? So these inserts are integral to my system. I love the today, the checklist, and the notes. Sometimes I'll journal, and these were perfect. So I had these dailies in here, and then I had more of a like structured schedule dailies from Peanuts Planner Co. And for me, this was more like brain dump, and this was more like a true pre-planning, because I do not have pre-planning in here. What is in here is what actually happened. So that's why I love to use rings as well. So I was doing that with my weeklies. It morphed into, should I copy the weekly that's in here in case I want to take this on the go? And then I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So then I said, okay, should I change the format of it? So homeschool, real estate, YouTube, exercise, home tasks. And I'm like, oh, I like that, because over here, I don't really have homeschool. I don't have YouTube. I don't have cleaning. So I was like, oh, that could be perfect to like, you know, have supplemental stuff for the house. So my friend made me this insert where, I think I mentioned it really does mimic. I got inspired off of insert that I saw off of Haru Plans, but I didn't want to buy it, honestly, to spend the money. She makes my inserts completely for free because she's amazing. And so I told her I want something like this, but I also want weather. I want to be able to write my different categories down and homeschooling and stuff like that. So this is a good depiction to help me with homeschooling, real estate. So I put real estate here. I put YouTube stuff here. I put like top priorities for my family for the week. And then I was using it for like our events again, but I was like, no, that's redundant because I have that here. So I still enjoy the personal wide size, but I have found that it's just a little too big for me right now, in the spirit of me trying to be super minimal. Okay, so these are 20 millimeter rings, so that I love. The compactness of the personal wide, I love. I may very well go back to this at some point. This is my only cover in the personal luxe size that I can put personal wide in because it has 20 millimeter rings. So then I was like, you know what? Why don't you just use your pocket? Because sometimes what I do is I never use the same exact size of my main planner because I like to have the variation. So this is B6 Slim, and I was like, okay, the perfect pair could be the pocket and the B6 Slim. It feels great in your hands. You can take this on the go. This one can stay home. So I set this up minimally. And this is a Vanderspec. It is a Vanderspec, and it's not widen, and it's in small rings. So I don't know this, I think 19 millimeter, I forget. So same thing. I will make a dashboard. I will have the same exact stuff, right? So I'll have an inbox, okay, where I could do the exact same stuff, but this is in a condensed size. So the next section would be monthly, and then I will have that for myself. And then the next section I will do, and then I have other, like, I love Post-its. So then I can use these dailies. What's wrong, baby? Okay, just give me a minute and you can have one. I could use these dailies that look like this and just completely use them for lists. I also have the dailies that look like this in the pocket size. So I can totally put those dailies in here too and take these out. So I was just working with this one to try to figure out if that's what I wanted to do. And then the next section was weekly, and you know I love my weekly inserts. So, but I didn't plan it out because I did not choose this size. So, but it's so perfect. It's ready to go. I have Faith stuff right here. These are the inserts from So Much Crafting. I also have these in the same design layout for when I need them, but I think I have them in personal and not pocket. I'm not sure, I gotta check. But hers, I don't like the day and the passage. I like to white that out because I like to put my day, but then the thoughts and prayers are nice for like soap study or you know, scripture writing. And then the last one was just like a little project planner, lists, collections kind of thing. And this was perfect, so small. My favorite little pen. This I screenshotted, I forget, yeah. And then I didn't laminate it because I ran out of laminating sheets, which I put here. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. But I didn't settle on this. What I settled on was personal. So I have always used personal. These are my most favorite sizes in the rings. Personal, personal wide, and pocket. So it's not going to be a surprise if you see me come back to it. But what has helped is I transferred the same theme. I've transferred the same stuff that I've loved. I loved this in my personal wide. So this is a Holborn. This is a personal size Filofax Holborn with 20 millimeter rings. Moterm. You could get those off of Amazon. So right up front, I have this Clenna 0.5 in the brown ink. I have the barrel is the Kuro Intergel Pentel. Inside is the needle point 0.7 Intergel. So I just wanted the smaller barrel so I can put it right here. So I literally just have an extra pen loop, and I've always done this on the Holborn to have an extra pen. So this is this is a long video. It's going to be long. So right up front, I have where I can mark off the days. I use these from Daiso. When I went last year, I bought 2 of them in the different colors. I have more than enough for so many years. And I love them. At first I was using like these old outdated Dollar Tree ones, but I love that. These are Sunday date, but whatever. I just literally use it to cross out the day. Anytime I'm in my planner, my ring planner, I want to know what day it is. So today's the 30th. I still have the same Post-it that was in my personal wine because I need my nails done and my collagen. Until I get that, until I do that and get that, I will leave this here and then I'll pull one off. These inserts were from Daiso as well. So on the other side, I have the February one ready to go. So I will pull it off, put it over there, and literally just throw this away or put it on January's pages or something. I haven't figured out how, because I've been jumping around all of January, I don't know if I'm going to save January pages because it's been kind of like a trial. So I've got my, my inbox. I did finally pay for the Letterman jacket. Well, my husband did this yesterday. So that, Valentine's Day candy, I need to go to Daiso for some more sticky notes that I love, which are these. I literally do not have much. So I've got a whole list here. And then I have important dates. My friend made me these inserts. I have always loved to see how people use these in different ways than what they're originally for. I don't want to put events here. I want to do something different, but I haven't figured out. I do need to use my label maker for this to say yearly, but I don't know what I want. So I didn't print it double-sided on purpose so I can put these two little images on the side of it for like nice decor. I love these. Somebody gave them to me. I think they are Paper Test Designs. So I really love these, but again, I don't want to pay for it. What if I just kind of get my copier machine and make copies of this? I wonder if it'll take. So anyhow, I love having one on each side, but these are essentially just throwaway notes. So once it gets all filled up, that's all I have. But I have these as a backup. Filofax. So I love this inbox section. I have these simple dividers. I have made them myself. These are images from Pinterest. I had used this in another setup. So I've just got Post-it notes here, keeping track of the inserts that my friend is making me. I just love how this looks together, and that's just so I can track off and make a heart for 2023. So then here are my inserts that are just like the personal wide. The key to changing different sizes, especially in the ring size, is grab your favorite inserts. Make sure you have your favorite inserts in the same exact sizes. So I use this for brain dump. And my son had practice, my husband has his supervision, and my checklist and my notes. Literally what I have. Now I need to print some more, and I wrote that in the front, print some more of the simple dailies. And then here's just more Post-its. I told you I love my week on 2 pages. I've always divided up my pages with the events here and then the top 3 to-dos. When I was back planning this, because I totally did, because I wanted the satisfaction to see everything crossed off. I actually did everything on here. I loved it. I had fun doing that yesterday. And so here's today. So I've put my top 3 to-dos here. It lets me focus because, yeah, surely I have my top 3 to-dos here. But they are a little different. So homeschool activity, I do fold the laundry. I have fold clothes, dishes. I have that. But when I'm over here, I'm like, okay, focus, get it together. So I do that daily. And then I put the events. So I really enjoy my Filofax inserts. I need to go and find the rest of the year. I have no idea where I put them because I put everything up. I literally put everything up for my inserts and stuff, but I forgot. Oh, maybe they're right here. No. I forgot that I needed to keep my personal ones downstairs because those are the ones that I use the most. So I will find them. They're here somewhere. Once I do, I will refill this I'm just checking my planner cart to see if they're here, but they're not. So the next section I have is just some observations and holidays from Franklin Covey. And then here are those weekly pages that you saw in my personal wide that my friend created for me. And now I can use it for homeschool. So this is pre-planning for homeschool. And this is what did you actually do? Because I do get ambitious. I want to do a read aloud. I want to do a page out of her language arts and her handwriting, her online thing. I get very ambitious when I'm pre-planning, but then I'm going to write over here, like, what did you actually do? And I know it's a small area, but more than likely we'll probably do like Khan Academy and handwriting. So I've got that there. I want to make sure she's brushing her teeth, exercising, doing her handwriting, her math, and her Khan. So this is her tracking, my daughter's tracking. So I love, I have a gap right here already. That's the only downfall with Moterm, but I have an extra pair and I can just switch them out. So I've got that there. And then the next area is these monthlies. They are from Dear Planner. And in the spirit of trying to use all that I have purchased, these go till June. I will, once these are up, I would probably have my friend make me, or I think I might already have a month on a page, like, you know what I'm talking about, that I can print myself. But I'm trying to see if I can do some type of self-care home additional tracking for when my son drives, when I have my own time, when I deep clean, when I do budget meetings, when we have date nights, and when I do clean eating. But I'm like, that would be so much. So I thought, okay, what if in yellow I mark, you know, when we do like office hours, budget meetings, and then anything green is my son, and then anything pink is me. And then, but I just gotta, like, you know, focus on what I want to track here for me. The biggest things I probably want to track are date nights and when I have time for myself. So I don't know. I'm going to let these organically be morphed into whatever I want. I also am taking notes. These are list area, just mead paper. Trying to figure out my goals. And I want to do monthly goals, not the yearly goals. Like, that just doesn't work for me, honestly. So I don't know. Trying to figure that out. Now this section, this last few little pages are really cool. This is Peanuts Planner Co.'s self-care thing that I'm working through. It's actually very healing to work through this. Honestly, she did a really good job with this insert, and I love to work on it little by little every day. I did it in my pocket rings. Very good reminder here. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling with your body, mind, and heart? What do you need? Drink water. Learn to love your worst parts. Stretch your body. Like, it's just spot on. So I did remove my gratitude from here. And so I thought, well, put it in the rings. So my friend made me a perpetual calendar. I am trying to decide if I want my regular gratitude or my husband's gratitude here. So I am just transferring a lot from what I had originally wrote, and I don't know yet. So I did not print these double-sided, and it was like a cool little accident because I thought, well, what if you put self-care here for yourself? So some of those things that you see here, check in with yourself, stretch your body. You know, what's hurting you? What are you bottling up? What have you eaten? Like, dance with yourself, like whatever. You could kind of try to formulate that here, like as an inspiration for yourself. So I don't know. That's my idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I definitely will be using these. So that is it. That is what I'm allowing myself to have as a companion to this. And I wanted to show my journey of the rings that I'm using, how Personal Wide came into play, because I used Personal Wide for about 2-3 weeks there. So this will go back on the shelf. This will go back on the shelf. If I get tired of this, I will maybe bring this out. But for now, it is Personal Rings in my Holborn with 20 millimeter Moterm rings. So those align. Okay. So I did punch holes and push it all the way through. I love this because it has no back pocket. I'm not a fan of big back pockets. I've never used them. But yeah, so hopefully you have an understanding of my system. If not, this was fun to process out. As usual, I thank you so very much for watching and supporting my channel. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. If not, thank you for watching this video, and God bless you.